The necessity for a webcam on your YouTube or Twitch channel is often highly debated in Twitch tips, videos, and content. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, what's up? It's Alk. Welcome back to another video. How are you all doing? I'm doing great. I just sort of want to hop straight into this video all about cameras. Now, cameras and webcams, amazing thing. I use them on my Twitch stream. I use them here on my YouTube. I pretty much always have ever since about 2016. All that is privated though. Please don't look for it. And I think they are necessary to grow on the internet, and let me explain why. Now, a quick preface, yes, there are indeed YouTubers and streamers who have made it extremely large, and they've really made it in the social media career without using a webcam or camera, but those are the anomalies, not the rule, and you should be trying to do what you know works instead of making an exception. So it's just kind of a known fact in the Twitch community that having a webcam on your stream increases the chance of someone clicking on it while they're scrolling the browse feature. It also helps you connect with your audience more, and connectivity is a huge thing to make your stream the one that people will want to watch. And before anyone comments about it on the clicking on you from the browse because of a camera, that rule doesn't just go for pretty girls, and if you thought about saying that or have ever said that, you probably won't grow on the internet if you base it down just to looks. Now, if you don't want to spend any money on adding a camera to your stream and you don't currently have one, you probably do. You can use a phone if you stream from a laptop, just use the built-in camera. You can use a existing DSLR or a webcam laying around, even if it's a really old low-quality one. So if you don't ever use a full resolution like what I'm currently using, or even just a larger zoomed in camera, you really don't need a camera that goes above 480 or 360p. And when your camera's small in the side of your gameplay, 30 FPS is honestly perfectly fine. I'm tired of people saying you need to have a 720p 60 FPS webcam, or you need to have a 1080p 60 FPS webcam. You don't unless you're doing full screen just chatting or large zoomed in things for memes. Zooming in on your face super close, that sort of thing. Yeah, that is where a real camera will definitely come to use. So when it comes to webcams, I would say that spending $30 to $50 is really all you need to do. I don't think you should ever spend more than that on a webcam. Now, you might notice the Logitech Brio, which is a webcam lots of people talk about, is not in that price range, and let me explain why. I don't think it's worth it. If you're going to be spending upwards of $100, and currently I think it's going for about $200 something, at that point, you can just save for some extra time and use your phone in the meantime for higher quality content and buy a proper DSLR setup. So, for example, I made the jump from a Logitech C922, which is in the $30 to $50 price range and honestly looks really good when you're using it as your gameplay camera, straight to a DSLR. I currently use the Sony a5100 with a capture card, and I never even considered upgrading to a more expensive webcam. So if you are at the point where you're looking at spending a decent amount of money upgrading your content, you're probably at the point where people are connecting to you and caring about you as a person outside of just your gameplay, meaning that you are more likely to be doing vlogs if you're a YouTuber or a combination YouTuber Twitch streamer, or a large just chatting screen sitting like this with a chat box right here, talking at the start of your stream, which you should be doing, and I'll be making a whole different video about that later. And in my opinion, a webcam just doesn't cut it, even the Brio, which looks pretty good. Let's talk about some of the counter arguments that people use when they don't want to use a webcam on their stream. The first one, and the biggest one that I see in the r/Twitch Reddit, is Lyric. Lyric is insanely good at games. Lyric was one of the first 100 streamers on Twitch. And you are not Lyric. The competition when you are the first 100 people on a platform and when you are competing with over 3.6 million unique streamers every month is insane. If you grow with a platform, you are not following any of the rules that people 7 years later are fighting against. Now let's look at people who have blown up recently that don't use a webcam, like Dream. Dream is amazing. He spent months, I think, analyzing the algorithm and learning every single thing about it. Every move Dream has made has been insanely calculated. He's not sitting streaming to 3 people or spending an hour on a video, right? He writes scripts, he makes lore, he plans with a whole bunch of other content creators. He is a huge anomaly. Now, Corpse Husband is another one that people bring up, and I have to argue. Corpse did not blow up recently. Corpse has been doing this for 5 years now without a camera, which again puts him in the class of growing with the platform, not fighting millions of people later on. The second argument I see against using a webcam is, oh, if I'm boring, if I'm not expressive, if I have a resting bitch face, if I'm not talking, why would I use a camera? If you admit to literally any one of those things except the resting bitch face, because I have one too and it doesn't stop me from doing the other 3 things, you're doing this completely wrong. Struggle with being expressive or not talking on stream, you probably shouldn't be streaming, and something more like YouTube where you can cut around the boring parts is probably better until you learn how to stream. Write a script, make YouTube videos, don't stream. Even on my stream, this journal is all about talking points, but it's probably 5 or 6 pages of straight up talking points. I keep it right next to me when I'm streaming, open to the talking points page, and if I can't think of something, I start asking these questions to chat. But yeah, if your logic is, oh, I'm not expressive or I don't talk, so no one would care about a camera, you're doing this completely wrong. All right, now I have to be honest, I spend a lot of time on the Twitch subreddit, and those are really the only arguments I've seen against using a webcam are, I'm boring, or so-and-so didn't do it. And I genuinely just spent the last 30 minutes scrolling through the Twitch subreddit trying to find other arguments. I couldn't find any. Now that we've gone over why you really should be using a webcam, I want to talk about what camera you should use. If you have a DSLR that offers a clean HDMI output, meaning, I'll show you if I turn off my clean HDMI output option on here. This is a not clean HDMI output. If you don't have a clean HDMI output option or a option on your menu to turn off HDMI output info, this is what your stream will look like. You can Google if your camera offers clean HDMI output by just... Now, if you don't have a DSLR, but you have a phone and you don't need it to stream, you know, you don't need it to read your chat or anything, you should really use your phone as a webcam. It's like the second highest quality you can get other than a DSLR. And if you don't know how to do that, Elgato offers a software that pretty much lets you plug your phone in as a webcam. There's also websites like OBS Ninja that you can use. However, I think some of them you have to pay to get a full quality. Now, when it comes to buying webcams, I've really only worked with Logitech. I used to use the Logitech C520, which works great for just a little image in the corner of your gameplay screen, like when your camera's this small, any webcam will work. You don't need high quality. But I've also worked with the Logitech C920 and the C920 II, but I can't speak on cheap webcams very well. And I don't have the funds to buy like 4 or 5 different ones off Amazon and test them for you. But there's a channel called Alpha Gaming. I will try to find the exact video I'm thinking of and link it in the description, but he goes and tests a whole bunch of cheap webcams and just cameras in general to help you find the right one. He has like 4 or 5 different camera videos. One day I will hopefully have the money to do tests for it, but right now I'm kind of, broke college student. So I really don't have anything more to say on cameras. This was just sort of like a weighing pros and cons of using a camera along with how you should pick the camera you should use. But yeah, again, I can't test them to give advice, but Logitech is a great line. Their stream camera looks great. But it is expensive. I would recommend the C920 over the C920 II. Logitech C920 is everyone's basic go-to camera and one that I would recommend. Thank you guys for watching. I think this was a little messy even with the script that I was reading off of, but I hope you guys do enjoy. If you didn't know, I am streaming after this, and again on Friday I will be doing a longer, probably most of the day stream. So make sure you check out my Twitch down in the description. Make sure you guys comment and subscribe and give me ideas or questions you have about Twitch streams and setups and gear and software. So yeah, without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all on Friday in the next video. Peace out, guys.